This is solving inequations. This is the first example of 5 examples. Before we begin, in order to solve inequations, we follow the same rules as those for solving normal equations. On to the first example. We are told that 5a plus 2 is less than or equal to minus 3. In this particular question, we are told to choose our solutions from the set minus 3 through to positive 3. But back to the question. The first thing we need to do in order to solve this inequation is put our letters to the left and numbers to the right. The only thing that needs to move is plus 2. So first of all, writing down the things that are staying where they are, we have 5a on the left hand side and minus 3 on the right hand side. Plus 2, change side, change sign, becomes minus 2. So we have 5a is less than or equal to minus 3 minus 2. So 5a is less than or equal to minus 5. We want to solve for a. So a is less than or equal to minus 5 divided by 5. We have a negative number divided by a positive number. So the first thing we can do is write down the sign of the answer. Negative divided by positive gives us a negative answer. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we have a is less than or equal to minus 1. Is that our final answer? Well, not quite yet. We were told in the question that we had to choose our solutions from the set at the top. We want numbers for a that are less than or equal to minus 1. So the numbers that are less than or equal to minus 1 from this set are the numbers minus 3, minus 2, and minus 1. So our solutions are minus 3, minus 2, and minus 1. And those are our final answers. Example 2, we have 6p minus 5 is greater than or equal to 73. So first things first, we need to put our letters to the left and numbers to the right. The only thing that needs to move is minus 5. So putting down the things that are staying where they are, we have 6p on the left hand side and 73 on the right hand side. Minus 5, change side, change sign, becomes plus 5. So we have 6p is greater than or equal to 73 plus 5. So 6p is greater than or equal to 78. We want to solve for p. So p is greater than or equal to 78 divided by 6. 78 divided by 6 is 13. So p is greater than or equal to 13. And that's our final answer. This is example number 3. We have 8 minus 3m is less than 2. So first things first, moving our letters to the left and numbers to the right. The only thing that has to move is our 8. 8 means plus 8, so when we change side, we change sign. First things first, putting down the things that are staying where they are, we have minus 3m on the left and 2 on the right. plus 8, change sign is minus 8. So we have minus 3m is less than 2 minus 8. So minus 3m is less than minus 6. Now at this point, if we were solving a normal equation, what we would do is multiply through by minus 1. That would leave us with 3m on the left and 6 on the right. So what we've done is multiplied through by minus 1. When solving inequations, if we multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, then we need to reverse the inequality sign. So we had a less than sign, and we want to change that now to a greater than sign. So we have 3m is greater than 6, so m is greater than 6 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so m is greater than 2, and that's our final answer. If we go back into our question, looking at this point when the inequality sign was reversed, why does this happen? Well, if we take another example, if we choose two numbers, so for example we have minus 5 and 9. If we are to write down an inequality sign in between both of these numbers, what would it be? Well, minus 5 is less than 9. The next thing we did in our example was we multiplied through by minus 1, a negative number. If we do that here, minus 1 times minus 5 gives us positive 5, and minus 1 times positive 9 gives us negative 9. If we put down our less than sign as before, we now have 5 is less than minus 9. Is this a true statement? Well, the answer is no. 5 is not less than minus 9. 5 is greater than minus 9. So as we see, our sign has to be reversed. 5 is greater than minus 9. If we go back into our question at the point just before the inequality sign was reversed, we could have chosen to do something different at this point. We had minus 3m on the left hand side and minus 6 on the right hand side. If we put m on the left, then we could have had minus 6 divided by minus 3 on the right. What we would need to do now is change our sign's direction, because if you think about it, we are still dividing by a negative number. On this side we have divided by negative 3. It is also evident on the left hand side we had negative on this line, and now we have positive, so our sign must be reversed. If we continue on with the rest of the question, we have m is greater than minus 6 divided by minus 3. Well, we have a minus number divided by a minus number. Our answer is positive, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. M is greater than 2. We have the same final answer.